So next we're going to do the HBL, or the horizontal balance line. And similar to the bust bridge, because mine has a defined buttocks mound, I'm also going to do a booty bridge. So the way I start determining where my HBL is that I measure the fullest part of the bottom of the body. So I'll just get my tape and slide it down until I hit what looks like the fullest part, and then I'll make sure that I'm even all the way around. And you might ask your neighbor to help you with this. So it looks like this is my fullest part right here. And once you figure that out, you'll wish you had a couple more hands. Because what you'll do next is you'll measure from the waist down and figure out what that measurement is. So for me, it looks like seven and three-quarters from the bottom of the waist tape. So I'm going to put a pin at that level just for reference. And then I am going to put a yardstick on the floor. I gotta spin my stand around a little bit to get a good spot for my yardstick to sit. And I want my yardstick to hit where that pin is. So let me adjust her a little bit. Make sure my yardstick is straight. And this is where I was thinking, if you have a laser level, it might work really well for this. Okay, there we go. And it doesn't have to be right at the edge of the yardstick. You can, if you lower her, you can, whatever it is on the yardstick, you just have to make sure that you hit the same level all the way around. So when I measured her hip, it was about 37, I think. So I grabbed a piece of twill tape, 1/2-inch black cotton, using for everything else, that was just a little bit bigger than the waist measurement. And then I'm going to start on the side that I don't use as much, which will be the mannequin's or the dress form's left side. Again, the reason I called it a mannequin is because I was listening to a podcast today about the it was like a World War II, what was it called? Théâtre de la Mode, where they had little mini fashion dolls to try and show the world that Paris couture was still happening. And they were saying that you don't call them dolls, you call them mannequins. So that was on my mind. But these are dress forms, not mannequins. So again, I want my tape to be finished. Let me see what my other side looks like. Both sides are folded, okay. And then I'm going going to measure up from the floor so that I'm that same distance on the side as I was in the front. And then I'm going to pin this down. And then it's really similar to the waist tape. I'm going to secure it at the, I'm pulling it pretty tight. I don't want to make a dent in the form, but I want it pretty tight. Looks like I'm going to have to adjust the one that I just did. And then I'm going to put a pin in the princess seam. And then a pin at the center front. So what I have, and I'm just doing like a preliminary, and then I'm gonna come back around and check it, but I want the bottom of the tape at the hip, that distance from the bottom of the tape at the hip to the bottom of the tape at the waist, I want that distance in the front, like whatever it is from the floor up, to get that 7 3/4 that I measured from the floor up. I want it to be the same distance from the floor up all the way around. So now that I've been talking, I don't know if I got it or not. And my pin is still there from earlier. And then after I pin the center princess seams and side seams, just like I did on the waist and the bust, I'm going to put more pins in between. So I have a pin at center and a pin at princess seam. Once I double check it, I'm going to come back and put pins in, and more pins in so that it doesn't move around. And trying things on. And then I think after I, again, check this tape, I'll probably put ball head pins on the fullest part of the butt at the princess seam. Okay, so now I'm back where I started. So I'm going to pin that down, and then I'm just going to go around and double check it. Okay, so now I'll go anchor it in some more places so it doesn't move around on me. So from the side seam to the princess seam in the back is a pretty long distance, so I'll stick it to span that distance, and then up to where it stops touching the booty and starts to become a bridge, I'll put some pins there. And then we'll have to fix this. So this I want hiding. Okay, so it looks like I ran out of these pins on my wrist pin cushion, so I'll have to go get some more because I need at least one more pin here in between the center and the princess seam, and same here and same here, and then I think I'm good. So that's our HBL and our booty bridge.